Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and the Let's Play channel had an amazing start, to say the least. Each video that's gone up has actually gotten 100 views, and that is absolutely amazing. When I started out, getting 100 views in a week was a rarity. It's really cool just how successful that Let's Play channel has started off as, especially seeing as how I'm not that popular to begin with. So you can of course see it here. This is sort of a reminder that it does exist, or it could be here. I forget where the link is going to be. But since that's succeeded so well, I've actually gotten a bit more reinvigorated towards GeneralLotz. I already had come back, but now I actually feel even better about it. The GeneralLotz channel has been around since 2009, which is just insane how time flies indeed. And I started it mainly because I had nothing else better to do, essentially. I wanted something creative to do, and that's just what I did. And it was hard going for a while, because you see other people, they put up one video where they make some sort of idiotic face and they get like 1 million views on it. Here I sit 5-6 hours working on a video, and I get like 100 views. It's hard going. If you ever want to be a YouTube reviewer or YouTube anybody, you either have to be really, really lucky or really, really persistent. It doesn't seem to make any sense how it goes. And I'm going to complain about this. I've meant to complain about this a long time. What is the deal with a lot of these really popular YouTubers always having to have really stupid faces in their thumbnails? It does not make me want to watch it. And I'm not going to put it in mine. Could you imagine like, for example, going up on the Let's Play channel this Friday is the PXP review. This is a little Chinese coin console. Imagine if, I did this. That makes me want to just gouge out my own eyes, or, barring that, just take off my glasses so I can't see it. See, if I take off my glasses, my eyesight's so bad I can just go... Yeah. Would you like to see that on all my fucking thumbnails? I think not. Because it's fucking stupid. Why do people do it? I don't know. Maybe that does get the views. Or you know what? Really stupid titles. When I was uploading all the Let's Play episodes, and I'll get into why there's a Patreon link up here in a minute. When I was uploading all the Patreon episodes, when I was uploading all the Let's Play episodes to that channel, and checking to make sure they worked, and all of that, on the sidebar, I'm not going to say what that video was, but it's a fucking stupid video. That I had to see it every time I wanted to look at it. I had to see it. It just made me want to lash out in an irrational manner, rip and tear. Blah. But in any event, yes, there is the Patreon link. Why is there a Patreon link? Because I need donations. Why? Because if GeneralLotz is coming back, and it is, I'm going to need a lot of new equipment. For example, I don't have a good lighting setup. I once did, but I don't anymore. Right now my lighting consists of a piece of white paper taped to a lamp. Okay? That's almost sub-redneck. Although what's super redneck is the fact that my tripod broke a leg. That's a joke there, I'd imagine, but it's still annoying nonetheless. That's held on via duct tape. Really, I need that and a new graphics card. Now, I was already donated a graphics card by Wizard of Odd, and had he not done that, GeneralLotz likely would be gone forever. Because I was, recording like a couple of Let's Play things here and there, but I was just pretty much done with the whole thing, and we'll get to that in a moment. But had he not donated that graphics card, however old it may be, the whole YouTube channel would probably just be dead by now. So, all props to him, but I need something vastly more powerful, and I'm hoping that with the new channel and the main channel's ad revenue, I can potentially purchase a new graphics card, but any Patreon donation will certainly help a lot indeed. So any of that can be spared, it would be much appreciated. But in addition to that, still going to need new lighting. Lighting isn't that expensive. Still going to need a new microphone for the camera, because the onboard microphone has never been that amazing, and there actually is a pretty affordable microphone on eBay right now. Let's see, if I can get the graphics card in August, like with all the ad revenue and all the Patreon donations from July, what I'm going to do is I will do a Let's Play of Doom 2016. Now, I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure it's just going to go up on the Let's Play channel, but if you guys send enough comments, I might have put a vote up or something, like, do you want it on the Let's Play channel, do you want it on the main channel, and whichever one y'all want it, it'll go up on. And that's what I want to do. But if for whatever reason I can't, well, we'll try to do it eventually at some point. But that's what I'd like to do. That's kind of a goal I have, is to get enough money to do that. And to get all the various other things as well. Now, as for next week, there's going to be 2 reviews. There's going to be Fear 3, already got the script written. There's going to be a new series known as Wednesday WOD Reviews. It's where I'm going to review Doom level WODs. Now, that was actually a suggestion by, I think, Mad Max RW. I think you're the one who did it. Okay, and the camera battery just died. I probably should have plugged that in, but whatever. So yes, it was suggested to me by Mad Max RW. So all props go to him if you're the one who did it. So yes, Wednesday WOD Reviews, where I review Mega WODs. Next week's is going to be UAC Ultra, that's the one. Also next week, coincidentally, on the Let's Play channel, wherever the link is going to be the first episode of the Let's Play of UAC Ultra. Whatever next. Also going to be doing Classic Doom 3, which isn't a WOD, but it's still Doom related to Doom 3 mod. Also going to be doing a Let's Play of that too, later in the month. There's also going to be a Let's Play, not a Let's Play, but a review of Hell on Earth, what there's already is a Let's Play of. And pretty much that's going to be the month for the main channel. There's going to be 6 reviews, which is more than usual, that's for sure. Usually we get 3 at most. As far as the Let's Play channel is, I've got Let's Plays all throughout July, and also for the first week and a half of August. So that leaves me with plenty of time if, like on August 1st, I have enough ad revenue and Patreon donations to get a new graphics card. I can get that thing installed, and I can start recording episodes of Doom 2016. Now, one of the things I mentioned earlier is, why did I stop for so long? And that's because I had to deal with a lot of depression, stemming from 2014. Don't want to get into too many specifics, but that's where it started. And for obvious reasons, for those who have been around the channel longer, you know what I'm talking about. And really, dealing with depression is not an easy prospect. I know a lot of people actually suffer from that these days, and I don't really have a good solution for dealing with it. Basically, it varies from person to person. What I suggest you don't do is don't start making excuses as to why it's great to be depressed. I've had 2 friends do that, to where they will basically convince themselves that being depressed is the greatest thing ever, and how that's the only way to live. And it basically made them very difficult to be around. So don't do that. Don't make a bunch of excuses like, we have no free will, man, or we're all, controlled by our genetics, man. Don't do that, because that's just bullshit. It really is. And don't do that. Really, if what ultimately I did is I just fought to be happy. It's like, okay, I'm getting mad at, politics. Well, stop getting mad at politics. Stop reading so many negative things. Now, keep in mind, you always want to be well informed of what's going on in the world that you live in, but don't seek out depressing articles or annoying articles or angry articles, stuff like that. Don't watch a bunch of depressing videos and angering videos and stuff like that. Really, how to stop being depressed is just don't seek out more negativity. Just don't seek out negativity. That's one way that'll help, And there's a lot of negativity on the internet, that's for sure. There's plenty of negative articles. There's plenty of negative videos constantly going on about how bad politics is. Yes, politics is bad, but there's not much you or I can really do about it. And so simply worrying yourself sick over it isn't solving anything. All it's doing is making you more and more unhappy. One thing that also helped me get more control over my emotions, I guess, is diet. If you're constantly eating a bunch of crap, your body's not going to be working as well as it should, and that will have an effect on your overall mental state. So if you don't drink a bunch of soda and just drink a bunch of water, that'll help you out a little bit. But really it just stems from avoiding negativity, avoiding, negative media, avoiding negative people. If you've got a friend, and I think we all have had those, who's just constantly spouting off negative crap, you too will have your mood brought down. And it's really hard to, not be friends with somebody who is negative sometimes. I had a really good friend who was just so negative all the time, just constantly saying that willpower doesn't matter and stuff like that. When for me, that's how I'm able to hold on. It's like, if I just hold on a little longer, things will be great. They're like, that doesn't matter, man. It's like, okay, I don't need that. I don't need that, man. But that's the same kind of that's a person who's pretty much let depression run their life. And you don't want that to happen. Because sometimes you don't even know it's happened until after it's happened. Like with me in my hate period. I didn't know I was in a hate period until I was like, hey, wait a minute, I was kind of stupid, wasn't I? I was hating on Fallout 3 for the flimsiest of reasons, you know? And that kind of worked with the rest of my life. I was like, I was very... what's a good word for that? One of the reasons why, you know, the early GeneralLotz was like I was so stiff and robotic, you know? I think I sat like that, man. I just kind of slouched back, you know? But, like, that kind of had to do with the hate period. Although I kind of like the early GeneralLotz. I still had jokes in that. Probably more so than I do today. But one of the things about the early GeneralLotz, though, and in those years, I was very, I don't want to say angry, because I really wasn't. I was just very precise about things. Like, if somebody didn't say exactly what something was, I'd be like, that's not true, and stuff like that. Hell, I couldn't even say the word cookie. And I always like to tell people that, because when you say that out loud, that sounds fucking hilarious. In fact, I've had just about everybody burst out laughing, because it's funny. It's like, what's wrong with saying the word cookie? Well, back in the angry GeneralLotz era, it was like, saying that word is childish. Only children say words that end in I-E and Y. I know I said it, I remember saying it, but what kind of sense did that make? You know, but when you're depressed, when you're, you know, frustrated at life, frustration's different, but I really liken that to being depressed, you know, because I was really depressed, you know, from like 2009, well, prior to 2009, but still, in that era, from 2009 to like 2011, I was really depressed. I was like, I do not wish to be like all those other people out there. I will not say cookie. I called it flatbread. I don't know. So you ever find yourself doing something or saying something kind of stupid like that? You might be, you know, a little depressed. You might need to look back and say, like, should I really be that anal retentive about things? You know? And once again, I've had two friends that do pretty much the same thing I did, and I was like, you're doing the same thing I did. No, I'm not. It's entirely different. Really? Because it doesn't seem that different to me. Really, not going back into a hate period has been a very difficult, you know, process. Because it's so easy to do that. Because you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling frustrated. Once again, frustration's different. Because if I say it's easy to be frustrated with life. But depression, frustration, I feel is a little different in some respects. Or maybe it's just different for me, I don't know. But like, when I was trying to get back to that, you know, every little thing was like making me mad, you know. It's like, doom will not succeed, instead of like being a little bit more positive about it, you know, and stuff like that. It was hard to overcome that, but it was just, you know, I used willpower. I was like, I will not fall back into that, you know. And that's kind of what you gotta do. You gotta look at the abyss, so to speak, and just, you know, say, go fuck yourself. That's what you do, you know. And it's not an easy prospect, you know. It's taken me my entire life to not fall into the abyss, especially after the abyss opened up wider than it ever has before. And so, yeah, GeneralLotz is back. Donate on Patreon. Depression bad. Ultimately, I am GeneralLotz, wishing you good non-depression and good PXP3. Whatever makes you happy.